You can do everything right during an oil change and still damage your engine before you even leave the driveway. It happens quietly, no warning lights, no loud bang. Just a small mistake made in the first few minutes after the service that slowly begins shaving years off your engine's life. Most drivers think the hard part is draining the oil and installing the filter. It's not. The real danger starts after the job looks finished. The first startup, the first idle, the first short drive. That's where hidden damage begins if you miss the details. I've seen engines with fresh oil come in knocking. I've seen brand new filters cause pressure loss. I've seen simple overfills turn into smoking exhaust and failed catalytic converters within days. And in almost every case, the owner believed they did everything correctly. In this video, I'm going to break down the 10 worst things you can do right after an oil change. These are the mistakes that destroy bearings, wipe out timing components, and create wear that never fully goes away. Watch closely, because avoiding these doesn't just protect your engine, it can save you thousands in repairs and add years to the life of your vehicle. Let's start with one of the most damaging startup mistakes most people never think about. Mistake number 10, skipping the post-service leak inspection. One of the biggest engine-killing mistakes doesn't happen during the oil change. It happens right after, when you assume the job is finished and close the hood without checking anything else. Fresh oil doesn't immediately reveal problems. Small leaks hide when the engine is cold. Gaskets swell only after heat builds. Pressure spikes once RPM rises. That means a drain plug that felt tight or a filter that seemed sealed can start leaking only after the engine warms up and oil begins circulating at full pressure. I've seen engines lose half their oil in a single highway drive because no one took 60 seconds to look underneath after the first idle. The driver never saw a warning light. They only heard a faint ticking sound that turned into knocking 10 miles later. By then, the bearings were already scarred. Here's what smart drivers do instead. After filling the oil, start the engine and let it idle calmly for 30 to 60 seconds. Shut it off. Wait a moment. Then physically inspect the drain plug area and the filter housing. Run your fingers around the base of the filter. Look for fresh wetness, not old residue. After your first short drive, check again while the engine is warm. Most catastrophic oil loss starts as a tiny, almost invisible seep. Catch it early and it costs nothing. Ignore it, and that perfect oil change can turn into an engine rebuild faster than you think. Mistake number 9. Ignoring the warning signs in the old oil. Most drivers treat used motor oil like trash. Drain it, dump it, forget it. But that black liquid you just removed is the only honest report card your engine will ever give you. When you skip inspecting the old oil, you throw away early warning signs that could save you thousands. Fresh oil hides problems. Old oil reveals them. Pour the drained oil into a clean container and shine a light through it. If you see a metallic shimmer, that is not normal dirt. That is microscopic metal from bearings, cam lobes, or piston rings slowly wearing away. If the oil feels thick and gritty between your fingers, sludge is forming inside the engine. If it smells burnt, the engine may be running hotter than it should, or the oil intervals are stretched too far. The most dangerous sign is a milky chocolate-colored swirl. That often means coolant is mixing with oil, which points to a failing head gasket or internal crack. Catch that early, and it might be manageable. Ignore it, and the engine can destroy itself in weeks. Even the oil filter holds clues. Cutting it open and spreading the pleats apart can reveal trapped metal flakes or heavy carbon buildup. Most people never look. Professionals always do. New oil protects your engine today. Old oil tells you what will happen tomorrow. Throwing it away without checking is like ignoring a warning light you never saw. And the next mistake damages engines even faster, sometimes within the first few seconds of startup. Mistake number 8, driving hard. Immediately after the oil change. One of the fastest ways to shorten an engine's life is to leave the driveway and immediately drive like nothing just happened. Fresh oil needs a short window to fully circulate, stabilize pressure, and settle into every passage inside the engine. The filter has just been installed, air pockets are still clearing, the pump is stabilizing flow. Everything is in a brief transition period. When you floor the throttle too soon, RPM spikes before lubrication is fully optimized. That creates stress at the exact moment protection is still building. The top end of the engine, especially camshafts and lifters, can experience momentary reduced lubrication under heavy load. You may not hear anything dramatic, but wear increases sharply in those first aggressive pulls. I have seen engines develop persistent lifter tick or premature cam wear simply because the driver treated the first mile like a performance test. They wanted to feel the difference. What they actually did was stress fresh oil before it had a chance to do its job properly. The fix is simple and costs nothing. For the first 10 to 15 minutes, drive gently, smooth throttle inputs, normal speeds, no high RPM bursts, no heavy towing. Let the oil reach full operating temperature and let pressure stabilize naturally. Engines are most vulnerable during transitions, not during steady operation. Respect that short break-in window after every oil change, because the next mistake doesn't happen on the road. It happens before you even tighten the last component under the hood. Mistake number 7. Over-tightening the drain bolt. It's just one small bolt at the bottom of the engine, but over-tightening it can create damage that snowballs into catastrophic failure. Most modern oil pans are made from aluminum, not hardened steel. Aluminum does not forgive excessive force. When you crank down on the drain bolt too hard, the threads inside the pan begin to stretch and tear. You will not feel it happen. The bolt may still seem tight, but the metal is already weakening. At first, the damage is subtle. The washer may not seal evenly. A faint seep can develop that leaves only a thin film of oil around the plug. Over time, heat cycles and vibration make the compromised threads worse. Eventually, the bolt no longer seals properly, and oil begins leaking under pressure. I have seen engines destroyed not because the bolt fell out, but because the pan threads slowly stripped until the seal failed at highway speed. By the time the oil pressure light flickered, the bearings were already running dry. The drain plug does not require brute strength. It requires precision. Clean the threads, replace the crush washer, thread it in by hand first so you know it is seated correctly. Then tighten it gently to specification, not by feel, not by guess. That small washer creates the seal, not your arm strength. Respect that detail, because the next mistake goes in the opposite direction, and it happens at the very top of the engine. Mistake number 6, installing the oil filter too tight. An oil filter is designed to seal with controlled pressure, not brute force. Yet one of the most common mistakes after an oil change is cranking the filter on as if it needs to survive a hurricane. Once the gasket touches the mounting surface, the filter only needs a firm hand-tight turn, usually about 3/4 of a rotation. Anything beyond that begins crushing and distorting the rubber seal. When the gasket deforms, it can twist slightly out of position, creating an uneven seal that may not leak immediately, but weakens under heat and pressure. At first, everything looks fine. The engine idles smoothly, no oil drips appear, but as temperature rises and pressure builds, that distorted gasket can allow oil to seep from behind the seal. These leaks are often slow and hard to spot because they spread thinly along the filter base before dripping. Over-tightening also creates a second problem. The next time the filter needs to come off, it can become nearly impossible to remove without excessive force. That struggle increases the risk of damaging threads, cracking the housing, or even leaving the old gasket stuck to the engine block, which can lead to a dangerous double gasket situation during the next installation. A proper seal is simple. Lightly oil the gasket, spin the filter on until it seats, tighten by hand, and stop. No wrench unless absolutely necessary. Because the next mistake does not involve tightening too much. It involves adding too much. Mistake number 5, overfilling the engine with oil. Too much oil sounds harmless. More lubrication should mean more protection, right? That assumption destroys engines every year. When the oil level rises above the maximum mark on the dipstick, the crankshaft begins spinning through the oil inside the pan. Instead of slicing cleanly through air, it churns liquid. That churning action whips the oil into foam, filling it with air bubbles. And foamy oil cannot protect anything. Oil works because it forms a solid hydraulic barrier between moving metal surfaces. Bearings rely on that pressure cushion. When oil becomes aerated, that cushion collapses. The pump starts pushing air pockets instead of a stable stream of lubrication. Pressure fluctuates. Cooling efficiency drops. Metal begins contacting metal under load. The damage does not always happen instantly. It builds quietly. Bearings wear faster. Seals begin leaking due to increased crankcase pressure. In severe cases, excess oil gets forced past piston rings and burned in the combustion chamber, fouling spark plugs and damaging catalytic converters. I have seen engines come in smoking heavily just days after a routine oil change, all because someone added half a quart too much and assumed it did not matter. It does matter. The fix is simple. Add oil slowly. Check the dipstick on level ground. Stop the moment you reach the full mark. If you accidentally overfill, drain the excess immediately instead of hoping it will burn off. Because the next mistake can starve an engine just as quickly as overfilling can suffocate it. Mistake number 4, failing to recheck the oil level after the first idle. One of the most overlooked moments after an oil change happens in the first 60 seconds of engine operation. When you pour fresh oil into the engine, the dipstick shows a level that looks correct. But that reading is temporary. The oil filter is still empty. The internal oil passages are not fully primed. The galleries that feed the camshafts, lifters, and crankshaft bearings have not yet filled completely. The moment you start the engine, oil is pulled into the filter and distributed throughout the system. That changes the true oil level inside the pan. In many vehicles, the level drops noticeably after this first circulation. If you never recheck it, you may drive away with the engine slightly underfilled. It might only be half a quart low, but that margin matters. Under hard acceleration, braking, or cornering, oil can slosh away from the pickup tube more easily when the level is low. That creates brief moments of reduced pressure that you will never see on the dashboard, but the bearings will feel every time. Professionals always recheck. Start the engine and let it idle calmly for 30 to 60 seconds. Shut it off. Wait a minute for the oil to settle back into the pan. Then pull the dipstick again and verify the true level. Top off if needed in small amounts, not guesses. Because the next mistake is even more dangerous, and it happens in the first few seconds after you turn the key. Mistake number 3, starting the engine with a dry oil filter. The most damaging seconds your engine experiences all year often happen right after an oil change. When a new oil filter is installed completely dry, it creates a brief delay before full oil pressure reaches critical engine components. The oil pump must first fill the empty filter canister before sending steady lubrication to the crankshaft bearings, camshafts, and valve train. During that short window, metal parts are moving with reduced protection. It may only last a few seconds, but those seconds matter. A large percentage of engine wear occurs during startup, especially when lubrication is not fully established. Multiply that by every oil change over the life of the vehicle, and the cumulative damage becomes significant. I have seen engines develop persistent top-end ticking or premature cam wear despite regular maintenance, simply because the filter was installed dry every single time. The owner never noticed a problem during the oil change itself. The damage was gradual, almost invisible, until the noise began months later. The solution is simple. If the filter mounts vertically, pre-fill it with fresh oil before installation. Even partially filling it makes a difference. If it mounts horizontally and cannot be fully filled, pour some oil into the filter and allow the media to absorb it before installing. Always lubricate the gasket as well to ensure a smooth seal. Those extra few seconds dramatically reduce startup wear. Because the next mistake does not delay pressure. It can eliminate it entirely. Mistake number 2, reusing the old drain plug washer. It is a tiny piece of metal, usually no bigger than a coin, and most drivers barely notice it. But reusing the old drain plug washer can quietly set up one of the most destructive leaks an engine can experience. Crush washers are designed for one purpose. When tightened, they deform slightly to create a perfect seal between the drain bolt and the oil pan. That deformation is permanent. Once compressed, the washer does not return to its original shape. Reusing it means asking an already flattened piece of metal to seal again under pressure and heat. At first, nothing seems wrong. The bolt feels tight, the pan looks dry. But once the engine heats up and oil pressure builds, the compromised seal can allow a slow seep to begin. It may not drip heavily onto the driveway. Instead, it can spread thinly across the pan and slowly burn off while driving, leaving little visible evidence. Over time, that slow leak reduces oil level. The driver may not notice until the pressure warning light flickers during a long highway run. By then, the oil pickup can draw in air under acceleration, and bearings begin running on a thinner cushion than they were designed for. Replacing the washer costs almost nothing. Most are just a few dollars, but skipping that step can cost an engine. And the final mistake on this list does not cause a slow leak. It can drain your engine in minutes. Mistake number 1. Ignoring oil pressure warnings. After the change. The most dangerous mistake you can make after an oil change is assuming that any warning light must be a glitch. If the oil pressure light flickers, stays on longer than normal, or appears while driving shortly after service, that is not something you monitor. That is something you stop for immediately. Low oil pressure means lubrication is not reaching critical engine components the way it should. After an oil change, several things can cause this. The filter may not be sealing correctly. The wrong filter could restrict flow. The drain plug may be leaking. The oil level might be low after circulation. In rare cases, debris can block the pickup screen. What makes this mistake so destructive is hesitation. Many drivers think, it was just serviced, so it can't be serious. They keep driving. The light turns off briefly. The engine sounds normal enough, but inside, bearings may already be losing their protective oil film. Oil pressure is not about quantity alone. It is about flow and stability. When pressure drops, metal surfaces that rely on a constant hydraulic cushion begin making microscopic contact. That contact turns into scoring. Scoring turns into noise. Noise turns into failure. I have seen engines ruined within miles because someone ignored a warning light that appeared right after an oil change. If that light comes on, shut the engine off immediately. Check the level. Inspect for leaks. Do not assume. Verify. Because fresh oil protects an engine only if it is actually reaching the parts that need it. Most engines don't fail because of one massive mistake. They fail because of small details ignored at the worst possible moment. An oil change is supposed to protect your engine, but the few minutes after it's done are when the real damage can begin if you're careless. The first startup, the first drive, the first warning sign you brush off. Lock these habits in, and you're already ahead of most drivers on the road. Your bearings last longer, your timing components stay quieter. Your engine runs smoother for years instead of months. If this helped you rethink how you handle oil changes, hit the like button and subscribe. It tells the algorithm to push this to more drivers who are about to make one expensive mistake. And if you want your engine running even cleaner and smoother, check out the next video on your screen. It breaks down one simple habit that dramatically extends engine life. I'll see you there.